All right, folks, here we go. Always a favorite. We got some Star Wars for you. This is the red-carded version of the Power of the Force. And this time up, we've got Chewbacca. He's got his bowcaster. He's got his heavy blaster rifle. Not that heavy. I can pick it up with one hand. So either I'm super huge and jacked, or it's not that heavy. We flip it over here. You know what? First, what I'll do is get you a size marker on that. There we go. Just so you can see, about 3 3/4 inch or thereabouts, 1/18 scale. We'll flip them over so you can see the back. We'll get a couple of photos for the catalog, and then I will walk you through. Check it out. Just your typical shelfware, nothing too major. Same here on the front. There you go. No major issues on the bubble or the corners. So there you go. That is Chewbacca from the Star Wars Power of the Force red-carded series. Next up here we have for your bidding pleasure, this is Lando Calrissian with his cape, double blasters, heavy rifle, and blaster pistol. This is the red-carded Power of the Force series from about 95 or so, if I'm not mistaken. We'll flip them over. We'll get a couple of photos of the back. We'll move the size marker out of the way. This was in that brief interim where Tonka had bought them out, had bought out Kenner. And in fact, by this point, I believe, yeah, by 95, they would have been wholly owned by Hasbro. So just trying out the license. You don't see any Hasbro on it. Still says Kenner. We'll shine the light on it here so you can see all around. I'm not seeing any creasing or denting or anything like that. So a nice figure on a pretty good card. This is Lando Calrissian from the red-carded Power of the Force. Here we go, folks. This is the Stormtrooper from the red-carded Power of the Force Star Wars line. This was put out by Kenner in about 95. Let's center it there so you can actually see it. I'll put a size marker here just so you can also see the size. About 1/18 scale, 3 3/4 inch. This is what they look like back in the day. That neat blaster or the heavy infantry cannon is pretty cool. So cool it gets a bang! Heavy infantry cannon, bang at the end. And then, of course, his blaster rifle. Does anybody out there know, are these the same plastic as the originals? I don't know if these will also float or sink. I'm not sure. We'll flip them over here. Get a couple of photos of the back. And I will point out there's a slight bend here on the card and a slight bend there. You'll see it as we shine the light there. Yeah, you can see it right there. And I'll put a spotlight, so to speak, on it right there. Otherwise, the rest of this one is looking pretty fair. Your typical amounts of shelfware, as you would expect for a 25-year-old figure. Doing pretty well. The bubble is tight and clear and in relatively good shape all around. A pretty good figure, a pretty good sample of a really fun figure, especially for you troop builders out there. This is the Stormtrooper from the red-carded Power of the Force line. All right, here is Han Solo himself, the man, the myth, the legend. This is Han. He comes with his heavy assault rifle and his blaster. You get them both. And he comes brand new on the card. This is the red-carded Power of the Force line. There were two versions, the red and the green. This was the red from 95. An attempt for Hasbro to make back some of their money on their Tonka purchase. After Tonka had purchased Kenner. We'll flip it back over right here. And we'll move that out of the way. I'll show you a light on it. We like to let you see the light bounce off of the card just about everywhere here, so you can see if there's any scratches, scrapes, cracks, dents, creases, tears, etc. And I really don't see any. Just your standard level of shelfware. So all around, great character, fun figure on a decent card. Probably better than decent. I'd say it's actually a pretty good card. But that's why we do these, is so that you can judge. Head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see this and all the other pieces we have available for auction right now. You can join us live on auction day or leave your pre-bids right now, whatever way you do. We look forward to seeing you at the auction as you come and buy this Star Wars Power of the Force Han Solo red carded figure.